Welcome to my new series, Loot from 1000, where I am going to be killing 1000 of something and then seeing what kind of loot I get and how much money I make. So my first spot is somewhere that I've been grinding since Phase 1. It's one of my favorite spots to grind, and I see I'm not here alone either. So here is the grind. We are in Felwood. We are in the sort of middle Satyr spot in Felwood, and we are here for a couple of things. The first one is Fel Cloth. Fel Cloth is sort of the big drop here. It is 3 to 4 gold on my server, and you can get a bunch of it from these guys. They have about a 10% drop rate, I believe, but we will see at the end of our 1,000 kills. We're also here for demonic runes. So normally what I do is I'll bring a guild healer. They will AFK on this hill over here, and then I will kill these and then hand the demonic runes over because they are bind on pickup. But it saves the healers in your guild a lot of gold if you do bring them. So we're going to be seeing how many demonic runes we get here as well too. But they also have cloth drops and coin drops, and we're going to be making a lot of gold just from those gray drops and greens that we're going to be getting as well too. So let's see how we do. So I wanted to talk about why I chose the spot that I did, because we are farming down at the middle spot of Satyrs instead of the northern spot. The first reason is because of competition. I think that most people farm in this northern spot. Oh, I am getting ganked by a kill squad here, but we will go ahead and continue what we're doing here. So it is Dark Moon Fair week on Whitemane, which means it is time to kill everybody. That's sort of what happens here. So anyway, we are down there for that reason, competition. We're staying away from people like this, but we are also after Mage cloth, which I think actually sells for quite a bit. So the problem with the northern spot is you end up in that low rune cloth area, so you're getting like 1 to 2 rune cloth drops, whereas in the middle area you are between Mage Weave and rune cloth, so you can see how much Mage Weave we're getting. So we're about 600, 700 kills in. We're getting close, and I had to make my first sort of vendor stop. You can see we're getting quite a bit of Mage Weave because we're getting like 3 to 4 cloth drops per time they drop, which is really, really nice as well too. So there's not a lot of competition. The other reason is that the levels match up perfectly. As far as I know, they match up perfectly for getting Edge Masters. So I used to farm here in Phase 1 because there's nothing above the level that will drop Edge Masters. So if on the off chance you get super lucky, you might be able to make 3,000 gold in that one little farm session. So we're doing pretty well so far. You can see a lot of the gray drops are all weapons here. We get a lot of like 1 gold, a little more than a gold gray drops, which is really awesome. A lot of greens. I'm going to vendor most of this stuff here so we can keep on farming. And I'll check in if anything else interesting happens. I'll have to go ahead and run back here. I wanted to show off one more thing that's really interesting about Mage Weave is that if it's not selling for too much on your server, so it's going for about a gold a stack on my server right now, but sometimes it goes for as low as like 85 silver per stack. Well, instead of going ahead and sending it on the auction house, you can actually create just Mage Weave bandages, and you end up getting 80 silver per stack, so the normal amount that you get per stack for selling it is really not very much, 50 silver per stack, but you can boost that up if you make it all into Mage Weave bandages to 80 silver, and depending on your auction house price, it may be worthwhile just to go ahead and do that and not bother trying to sell in the auction house. And if you get undercut and you have a pretty high volume market like that where people are undercutting you, it's just easier to get rid of it and get some gold. Something else to keep in mind when you're farming here, there are Alliance and Horde quests that bring people here. So I am on Alliance, so when an Alliance person shows up, they do have a kill quest here. So what I'll do is I'll group up with them, and I'll tell them that I'll kill for them, and then I'll just put it on free-for-all and then take everything that I kill. That way we can hurry them out of the area and then get back to farming uninterrupted. So that's not too big of a deal. When there's Horde, however, I tend not to try to start a war and kill them because I don't really want them bringing either their mains out or their guildies out. So what I'll do is I'll emote to them, and normally a path will be cleared. They don't actually have to kill anything here, which is great. All they have to do is come up to the well up here, and they just dip their like kitten into a well and turns into a evil cat or something. I'm not really sure. I've never done the quest. But they only have to go up and use an item on the well, which means that you can just sort of let them go do that, and then they won't take any of your kills. So the quests that bring people here don't really need to slow down how much money you're making or how many kills you're getting. Unless you're on the Horde, then Alliance are going to come here and kill. And I can see that being sort of an annoying situation to be in. We have finally done it. We have killed 1,000 Satyrs in that spot. We have killed a little bit more than 1,000 because there were a couple times that we did group up with people and they took some of our goodies. And so just for good measure, I probably killed about 10 more than 1,000. But here you can see our results. I ended up getting rid of pretty much everything I'm not going to be using. I mainly vendored everything. I didn't really feel like letting everything sit and sell. The only big items, of course, Fel Cloth. I'm either going to use this or I'm going to vendor it. We can actually see what it's going for here on White Mane right now. We're looking at almost 2 gold per stack. So not any kind of major money. I probably will turn them into bandages or use them for raid or something like that. We've got a couple lock boxes that I will get opened as well, but they're not going to equate to too much, but more than a couple of greens, rather. But that is okay. The big things that we were after, and again, here's some mana potions that are weirdly going for a lot right now. Mana potions are spiking on White Mane. But the main things we're after are the Fel Cloth and the Dark Runes. We've gotten 40 Fel Cloth out of 1,000 kills, which is much under the drop rate that Wowhead appears to have. So 40 actually took us quite a while to go ahead and gather. It took all 1,000 kills, which means we're looking at about a 4% drop rate. Keep in mind that this includes the special boss mob, which has a slightly higher drop rate, I think. We were able to get 3 of them off the boss mob, but we'll take a look at that as well, too. And then we have Dark Runes. Now, Fel Cloth is usually about 350 to 4 gold on my server, so we're talking about some serious gold. Even at 3 gold per, we're looking at 120 gold. We've gotten about 100 gold in vendorables so far. And then if we take a look at Dark Runes, because the whole point here is getting a lot of demonic runes, bringing in a guildie who will sit there and let you just sort of hand the demonic runes, or if you're a healer yourself or a class that might need demonic runes, this is a really good farm for you, because if we look at the price of Dark Runes, which I believe are, they're exactly the same. Yeah, they do the exact same thing. On White Mane, they're 22 gold a piece, and we're able to get 30 of them. So if you were buying Dark Runes, we're talking about saving over 300 gold here as well, too. So this sort of thing can be massively helpful to your guild. It can be massively helpful to yourself if you are a class that uses demonic runes. But in 1,000 kills, I was only able to get 30, which, again, much lower than the expected drop rate. You'd think we'd do more. So 1,000 kills is quite a bit. But it is possible that we got unlucky over that string of time. But at a 4% drop rate for Fel Cloth and 3% drop rate for Demonic Rune, not exactly the greatest. Let's take a look here. Can we make this bigger? Good, that's great. So we'll make this a little bigger. So you can see here, we had a couple honorable kills, we had a couple deaths. There was a little bit of PvP going on. We were able to kill 331 Felsworn. We were able to kill 321 Jadefire Rogues, 319 Jadefire Shadowstalkers, and then we had 32 of the boss mob. And again, the boss mob only dropped the 1 demonic rune. Got the Fel Cloth here. I think if I turn mobs off, though, we can see everything here together. That is perfect. So you can see here we did get quite a few greens and things like that. Mage Weave Cloth we have 465 of, so you're getting about one every other kill. So nothing too huge, but that does add up. Again, we were vendoring these at about 4 silver per cloth, but you can sell it for a bit more depending on your server. I didn't feel like relisting that much Mage Weave Cloth again and again. Let's take a look through here. Rune Cloth, 114. So not too much at all. Maybe only getting 1 in 10. So not a ton of Rune Cloth there. We got 7 Elixir of the Mongoose. So that is a unique drop that only drops in that area. But on most servers, I think they're probably closing in on vendor price. They go for at most a gold here. And then again, you're going to be listing and relisting. You're not going to sell your 7. So that's just something I end up vendoring as well too. According to my log, we got about 76 gold worth of vendorables. That includes stuff that we ended up not vendoring. So a little bit more than that. And then we were able to get 37 gold worth just in money. So you're looking at, in just the vendorables and the money, about 10 silver per kill of those. And then once you include what we're selling, being the Fel Cloth and maybe a few other extra goodies, maybe you're looking at about 20 to 25 silver per kill. And then if you add in the demonic runes, especially if you were buying dark runes, if you value demonic runes at 600 gold a piece, then I think that farm ends up being extraordinarily, or I say 600 gold for the 30, so 20 gold per piece of demonic rune. And I think that farm is actually super, super good. I think that there are other places to farm, though, if you're not going to be doing anything with the demonic runes, which my warrior will not be. I wanted to sort of just do this on my own, so I could do it on my own time without just having a healer there to farm with. Plus, I wasn't sure how to interact with farm logs, so I wanted to make sure I did this solo. So these 30 runes are going to end up getting vendored for about 2 gold total, but if you were using these in raid, again, you're saving yourself so much money here, going ahead and getting demonic runes instead. So the farm wasn't too long, but again, I am a Nax geared warrior tank, so that does help a little bit. If you're a different class, especially like a healer who might need these demonic runes, might take you a bit longer than it took me. But overall, the Felwood Satyr farm is pretty good. It's pretty consistent money. It's up to you if this is it worth killing 1,000 Satyrs in Felwood in order to reap these spoils. I think that's going to be up to you and your server. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm excited about this new series. This was just the first one. It's a pretty consistent one. We're going to be diving into RNG farms as well, too. Pets and rare things like that, in order to see exactly how much money we can make in other spots as well, too. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this series, and I'll see you in the next one.